The Pyro Archon saved us.
But she's not here. Yeah, didn't she say she used it all up?
She's still in the Speaker's Chamber. What we saw in the Night Kingdom was
So you're saying her conscious...
every great display of power. You must feel terrible, Kachina. Just hold on. Well, let's get back to the stadium. The Pyro Archon said she'd have a doctor waiting for us.
I recommend getting a full checkup, just to make sure no damage gets left behind.
Paimon feels okay. What about you, Traveler? Right. You always seem to do pretty well against the Abyss.
Let's get going. We need to share what we learned in the Night Kingdom as well.
Right. The Wyatt mentioned something about the Pyro Archon's plan.
I'll let her explain everything. We're all a part of the plan. Every move we make from here on out will decide Natlan's ultimate fate.
Huh. There's a lot less stuff here than before.
It's good to see you all here in one piece. I know you must have a lot of questions, but let Koichi check you over first. It's best not to let any lingering effects of the Abyss go untreated.
Thank goodness you made it back. I came here as soon as the Pyro Archon told me. Take a seat, everybody. I'll examine you one by one. All right, that should do it for now. But just to be safe, I have to say though, I've never seen anyone react to the Abyss like...
He always has been special like that. He can even purify its power. Wait, now that you mention it, Paimon doesn't think she's affected either.
Given the current situation, that ability will likely play a great role in the...
Of course. I still have patients to see, so I'll head out.
Thank you, Koichi.
All right. We might not see eye to eye, but we both had good intentions. Just give it time. I'm sure we'll figure things out between us one day.
Yeah.
All right. There's so much to discuss, I don't even know where to begin. You've seen it for yourselves now. The devastation in the Night Kingdom. I'll get straight to the point. Natlan is on the verge of destruction. It's very possible...
Huh?
No.
That's right. But I've only ever disclosed that fact to the handful of people working with me to save them. Our looming destruction is not a recent development, but the inevitable conclusion of the disaster the
Mulan told us a little bit about that.
500 years ago. All the nations of unlike the other nations, Natlan never had stable and deep-rooted ley lines, so we suffered the battle against the Abyss was exceedingly long and brutal. In the end, victory came at the cost of even then. It took centuries of solving the disasters caused by the Abyss to finally, and still, this is but a superficial victory. The forces of the Abyss have merely been driven back.
I'd never have
The problems plaguing the Night Kingdom are all the more complicated because that realm is essentially functioning as immediately after the war. Our calculations estimated that we would have a maximum of 500 years, but at that time, we were a nation of the destitute. Our people no longer believed our civilization was dying, our faith crumbling, and the line of power. If we didn't bring the nation back together, it would be foolish to even dream. So, the Archon had a long and involved discussion with the heroes of each tribe, and finally...
So that's what happened. After finding Kachina, I encountered a strange figure who gave me a series of new memories. Since the plan was mentioned in those memories, I guess I've been chosen to play an important role in it. But there's still something I don't understand. Those memories showed me the Pyro Archon from back then.
Huh? But that doesn't make any sense. The Pyro Archon is supposed to be human.
That's right. The hardest thing for humans to overcome has always been time. Or rather, a god can extend a human's life by using a certain amount of divine. But, as we all know, Natlan doesn't have gods like that. We can only rely on a human life is like a flame destined to be extinguished. 500 years ago. Only by dying before my time could I have the chance to wake up again.
So, in other words, this is your second life?
Yes. We only managed to defeat the Abyss all those years ago because the tribes came together. If the Natlan of the future was to have a fighting chance, the Pyro Archons that came after the war had to rebuild the decimated tribes. The goal was to reunite the people and restore the strength of each tribe's Wayab. Once a tribe was back to its full strength, the tribe's Wayab would select. The Chosen would then stand by my side in defense of our nation, just like great heroes of old.
So that means I'm one of the Chosen?
That's right. You bear the ancient name Umoja, the same one after your adventure in the Night Kingdom.
So in other words, you always knew who the Wayab were going to pick from each tribe?
Yes. According to the plan, each tribe was supposed to have been fully restored, but the 6 heroes successfully inherited the ancient names from 500 years ago. But the intel once again, it comes down to the deterioration of the Night Kingdom. Communication between...
Just like how the Ode of Resurrection failed to bring Kachina back.
Exactly. It's just another tactic the Abyss is using against us. If we want to unblock that information from being passed on, my presence alone isn't enough. The ancient name-bearer must establish... So, I've tried my best to help them from the sidelines. Currently, Shalonin of the Children of Echoes, Kinich of the Scions of the Canopy, and Iansan of the Collective of Plenty have all been acknowledged by their names. During your adventure, you too earned the acknowledgement of your Wayab Mualani. In the process, you gained the memories stored within your name.
But we have less than a year!
Yes, but we have no choice. We cannot start the plan until all the heroes have been gathered. That's also why I haven't been able to take action despite the...
But if you knew this whole time, why didn't you just tell me about my role in all this?
Perhaps, but the opposite could also be true. Knowing your destiny too early could mean failing to realize, just like your determination to save Kachina. I hope your commitment to this endeavor comes from your own strength of will.
So I suppose you're not going to tell us who the final 2 heroes are then?
That's right. Their time is yet to come. Putting pressure on them beforehand I can only trust in the judgment of the Wayab. I have never believed I could solve this crisis alone. In fact, it was precisely because I chose to trust and rely on others. Natlan's salvation lies not in its Archon or any singular individual. You're quite perceptive, aren't you? I thought I might get away with avoiding the topic.
Huh? Oh, right! All of the stuff you stored here before, where did it all...
Even though I sacrificed my power, I still needed a contingency plan to ensure you... After all, I was the one who allowed you to take that risk. And Mualani has an important role to... In addition to their sentimental value, the items I stored here held a much more important...
Fuel? So back then...
Yes. The stories embodied by those items are certainly important. But there's an even more significant trait over time, they became imbued with a certain amount of contending fire from being carried in battle. On their own, each item's power is limited. But by burning those items, I was able to activate the contending fire stored within them. It was a rather crude approach, so all their power was depleted in an instant, as you can...
But weren't they all precious treasures? What about the...
That's exactly why I dragged you all here. No matter what, I never wanted the Pyro Archon to have to...
You have nothing to be sorry for. You all deserve my thanks, actually. If you hadn't saved the totem pole, that area of the Night Kingdom, and then it would only be a matter of time before the Children of Echoes was met with disaster. Besides, when those heroes entrusted their belongings to me, or the pirate, if they knew those items helped save the present-day heroes of now...
Even when you put it that way, I still feel bad.
There's no need. Remember what I told you about time? The people and the events of the past are never truly lost to us. If you still have regrets, let them fuel your resolve in the battles to come. Your deeds will become new legends and nurture new forms of power just like the...
Well, we'd still like to return the favor.
Well, if that's the case, just treat me to a drink Now that Kachina has returned, we can finally hold the victory feast and celebrate your team, and we could all use the rest, that's for sure. Plus,
Still, now that I know the danger we're facing, having a victory
try not to let it get to you. It's important to stay calm. Worrying about it will only affect your judgment. All right, you should head out. I'll join you in a bit.
When I was young, I used to sit by the hot springs and listen to... They attract people from all walks of life. Friends come easy here. The people of the springs have never claimed the hot springs as their own private property. They are there to bring all. It's been really nice, seeing the children of my tribe get older. I've witnessed their energy, their determination, their absolute passion, even when they cause trouble. I never managed to hold on to my anger for long. It's unbelievable. I'm certain Mualani will become a great warrior when she grows up. She possesses infinite potential. I can see it. One day, when I'm no longer in fighting form, I'll come here and tell stories to all the children. So you better get busy, Pyro Archon, or I'll end up running out of stories.
Our nation is engulfed in darkness. Our tribes stand divided, and yet you promise victory in the distant future. The Abyss is a cunning enemy, one that I faced in battle many times. Were that not the case, my rage will never know absolution, and my power will no longer aid you in victory. But you came to me because you knew you could convince me with just a single sentence. I understand your choice. The heroes of today will forge the path ahead with blood and fire. Just remember, otherwise, rest assured, I'll find a way to collect the debt. For Natlan.
So, you're gonna head 500 years in the future to serve as the Pyro Archon again? But what about the you from right now? You're just gonna die.
You can't ask her those questions and expect her to answer, my dear. The decision is hers to make. We will do everything we can to rebuild the tribes. Don't you worry. Even across time, we will all do our part to fight for Natlan's future.
Yeah, Mom's right. We'll always believe in you. Seriously, though? Dad should be here. Where is he?
I imagine he didn't know what to say, so he chose not to come at all. Just remember, no matter what happens in the future, we will always love you.
I'll come find you one day. I know I can't live that long, but I'll think of something. There
has to be a way for us to meet again one day. If there's an answer out there somewhere, I'm gonna find it. So, don't forget about me.
If that's your decision, then you have my full support, Archon.
May our children live to see such a lovely son.
For Natlan!
No one fights alone.
The rules are my legacy. They shall grant us the strength to overcome the next tragedy.
War forged the 6 tribes, taught us how to fight.
Who will be the one to bring this to an end?
We are the inheritors of memory and legend. Those who grew alongside sun and wind. Those who forged our own destiny and future. That is Natlan's fire, the lifeblood of our nation.
Hey, Koichi! You here for the victory feast too?
Oh, no. I knew Chaska would be here, so I just came to deliver. No, it's not that I don't want to celebrate Kachina and the others. I'm so glad she made it back. It's just...
Well, you two had a fight, so Paimon can understand.
She didn't cause any trouble during your trip, right?
Yeah, she was super helpful. She gave us a lot of useful information.
That's good. That's all I needed to know.
Is there a reason you asked? You were pretty outspoken when we first met, but now it's like you're holding something back.
Maybe it seemed unreasonable, picking that fight with her before you left, but I did it for her impulse to fight is extremely strong. Her mental strength helps her rein it in, but she still loses control sometimes.
So what you're saying is...
Okay, so maybe it sounds a little stupid, but it works pretty well. It helps her keep her... Anyway, I'm just glad you were able to make it back safe and sound. That's all I wanted.
But do you really have to go that far? Can't you just talk it out?
No way. Chaska never opens up about her own pain, especially to her family. She can't learn about this, or it'll be even harder to help her. I appreciate the understanding, and don't worry. I'll find a way to help her ease this burden. Anyway, I need... Oh, and if you ever need a doctor, you know who to find.
Huh. Who would have thought there was a deeper reason behind their arguing? In the end, it's all the Abyss's fault. Paimon's had enough of them.
Let's give a huge round of applause to our brave young warrior, Kachina!
Woohoo! Well done, Kachina! Thank you, everyone! I'm so glad
I always knew you could do it! With so much potential at your age, you have a great future ahead of you.
You're one to talk. Don't think I didn't know you were the first person to abandon your team.
I had no choice! My friend invited me. I couldn't just say no.
Oh, really? So you weren't just trying to get ahead in the first round?
I wasn't, I swear. I just happened to find that bearer injured in the wild, so I stopped to bandage his wounds. When he insisted on repaying the favor, what was I supposed to do? I'm just one person. I figured Kachina would have no trouble.
But the fact of the matter is that after your departure, everyone else started thinking about swapping teams.
I'm really sorry, Kachina. It was wrong of us to abandon you.
It's amazing that you still made it all the way through to the Night Warden Wars.
So, what about you guys?
Our team captain drank too much the night before the competition and turned up late to the stadium on the day.
Serves you all right. No sympathy from me.
All right. There's no need to be, dear friends. Firstly, I'm grateful to my friends and our great Archon. This traveler and his companion Paimon are some of the strongest people I've ever met.
If they've agreed to let me learn from them. With their help, I believe And let's not forget my good friends. Moalani, Chaska, Kanich, and Ayan-san. They all helped the Traveler and Paimon figure out a way to... They too deserve to be called our heroes. So, please give another round of applause.
Well said!
I'll drink to that.
How does it feel being a hero, Kachina?
To be honest, it's a bit overwhelming. Well, you better get used to it. Next up, undefeated champion! Hey, please don't make fun of me.
Ah, you're here. Have some fruit juice. I got it specially for you two.
How did you know? That's Paimon's favorite!
You look like you've still got questions. Ask away. Because they had their own lives. The thought of telling them, abandon your families and everyone you love, and come with me to the end of time. For in 500 years now, you could just as easily point out that everything in this world would come to an end eventually. But life is short. Imagine if I said, let's leave right now, and go save the sun because it'll flame out in a few million years. It would sound quite ridiculous. I couldn't make them shoulder that burden with me. Besides, every generation will have its heroes, this one included. Or, of course, without me. But since I was the one who came up with the plan, I felt...
Paimon's suddenly remembering that portrait in your room. Was that your family from back...
Yes, it was. So when you ask me who my sister grew up to be, the truth is that, from what I've been able to piece together, I can conclude with a reasonable degree of she played an instrumental role in rebuilding the scions of the Canopy tribe, designing and building many houses. Still, it was an impressive achievement, and I'm very proud of her. You feel lost keenly. It seems to stir up feelings of regret in you. But this is a war, and there can be no war without loss. I am already far more fortunate than those who lost their lives to the Abyss. The people of Natlan look to me as their Archon, and the weight of their expectations is mine to bear. I must see our fate through to the very end, no matter what I'm...
Yeah, doesn't that mean the way everything...
I suppose, but so what? Don't forget, time takes many forms. The past, present, and future. Even if the future ends in destruction, there's still no reason to give up, and it's precisely because we humans cannot know our fate that we will never. This is a pivotal moment. We are still 2 heroes short. Well, 3, to be precise. There's one further hero who I'm hoping to get on my side. Whatever it takes. Your resistance to the corrupting power of the Abyss is truly remarkable. If you agree to join us, you will not only gain my full support in your journey, but I will also forge a brand new ancient name.
Ancient names can be forged?
They can. Several strict conditions must be met, but if they couldn't be forged at all, then the number of them in circulation would have long... Possessing an ancient name would mean that your adventures in Natlan are recorded in full. The Ode of Resurrection may have temporarily lost its power, but still. Take this as my personal guarantee that I shall never let you fall. Just like in the Night Kingdom, I will be there for you. That is a promise I will fulfill at all costs. This nation always honors its heroes.
Yeah, we can't just ignore the situation here.
Wonderful. Then I'll reach out to Shilonen right away. She's the one who will forge the name. We've never forged an ancient name for an Outlander before, but I trust she'll find a way.
My lord, we've received word that the Pyro Archon has lost much of her power. Although your injury complicates things, this is most certainly the opportunity.
Victory and defeat are rules, not outcomes. I have never taken advantage of an opponent in a time of weakness. As for you, I must confess, I did not expect that little trick of yours.
No matter how dense the fog, as long as the sun remains, we cannot turn day into night. She could have dispelled it. She simply chose not to. You don't have much time. And you're injured on top of that.
I'm beginning to see just how useful you may turn out to be. You heard something from here, didn't you?
Things have been looking really rough for Natlan lately. There are more and more commissions from the Adventurers Guild, and they're all related to the Abyss. Just waiting around won't do us any good. Let's go and see if there's anything we can do to help.
I see. Thank you so much. The Adventurers Guild has been over...
No worries at all. We've always valued the strength of adventurers. Since we're facing the same enemies, I'll send you the intel we've collected on the Abyss so far. Then we can take a look at how to coordinate our efforts.
All right. Thank you so much.
Hi, Catherine. It's us. Got any new commissions?
You two have come just in time. I've got some good news. The Pyro Archon has finished assembling her forces and stationed them all across... Given how the Abyss has ramped up its activities lately, we can no longer afford to act only after receiving news of an... So the Pyro Archon suggested that the Scions of the Canopy and the Adventurers Guild focus on collecting and disseminating intel. That way, we can stay informed of every... Once we receive word of enemy activity, we can notify the nearest camp and the stationed forces can take immediate action. Yes, precisely. This should also allow us to focus on gathering information, rather... So please also take a chance to relax, you two. You've been working hard these days, and...
So that's the plan! Whew, we can finally stop and take a break. Keeping Natlan safe and sound is our priority now. The more can wait.
The movements of the Abyss are always unpredictable. There have also been times when it suddenly became more active in the past. The people here generally... Once the disaster is over, everyone will return to their normal lives. We just all hope that day...
Oh, right. Most people have no idea just how bad the situation has gotten in the Night Kingdom. Huh? Is that the Traveler in Paimon? Hello! Oh, hey, Kachina! Yep. Now really isn't the time to stay home and recover anyway. I heard that the Pyro Archon is gathering warriors to be stationed in the more remote areas. So I came here to... I'll do my best. And also make sure to stay out of your... Oh, by the way, Shilonin told me that she was ordered to forge... She said that she's all set, and we can head over whenever we're ready. Wow! So we'll finally get to meet Shilonin, the legendary forger of ancient names! Shilonin is a true master. Not only can she forge ancient names, but also she's always got a pile of commissions on her plate. So you usually have to wait a while before she finishes something. In this case, well, I've already signed up as a warrior. So all I have to do for now is wait for my assignment. If it's okay, maybe we can go to see Shilonin together. She wouldn't turn me away, right? I mean, I hope she wouldn't. Hey, have some confidence in yourself, Kachina. After all, you're already a victor of the Night Warden Wars. On second thought, maybe I'll just find a hole in the ground to jump into and... Shilonin! I brought the person who needs an ancient name. He's super amazing, and I've already learned tons of stuff from him.
Yes, so I've heard. So young, and yet you've already got quite the reputation. Wait, are you Outlanders?
Yep, we're travelers who just arrived in Natlan not too long.
No, I mean, I was aware that you're travelers. It's just no one told me that you're Outlanders.
Huh? You're saying the Pyro Archon did...
No, the only thing she said is that a new hero had pledged himself to the plan. But we'd need to forge an ancient name to ensure he'd be able to return. And she did mention that it would be quite difficult to forge an ancient name for them, but at the time I thought... But I seem to understand where the true difficulty lies now.
Are you upset?
No, I wouldn't go that far. I'm used to it, really. I just need a moment to process things. The Pyro Archon's requests are always difficult to fulfill, and we used to argue a lot. Honestly, anyway, I can't argue with her if she isn't here, and it'd be pointless to take my ink, but... just because I understand her rationale doesn't make me any less upset. After all,
It's impossible?
as you probably know, an ancient name is a symbol of a hero's sparing glory, which grows even richer and heavier as generations of successors inherit it. We forge ancient names by engraving the heroic deeds of an individual who will become the first hero of that particular name.
Yeah! I saw countless feats recorded in their adventure handbook. It felt like they...
But they were all performed outside of
Yeah, that's right.
Then those deeds haven't been recorded by the Night Kingdom. To take it one step further, even if you had performed heroic deeds in Natlan, as an Outlander, your only memories and experiences that have been acknowledged by the Wyab can be used as a basis for an ancient name. Even the greatest of craftsmen cannot create something out of thin air, you know. That's...
Seems the Wyab don't want just anyone to get it.
Mawika, of all people, should know better than anyone, yet she's still entrusted...
Oh, Paimon gets it. Nobody's happy being asked to do the impossible. Why do I feel like this has happened before? I think last time, she loaned...
Ugh, don't remind me. Let's just, focus on how we can pull this off.
You mean you're...
Well, what else can I do? What's happened is already done, and it's not like I can outright defy the order. If she gave me this order, then she believes the ancient name is an indispensable part of her plan, and that I'll be able to find a way to make it happen. In other words, the order is an affirmation of my...
Whoa, not only has she accepted the task, but now she's looking for silver linings? Yeah! Let's see if we can find some special way to pull this off. If we really...
The key is getting the Wyab to somehow acknowledge the traveler's...
We heard the voice of a Wyab when we were in the Night Kingdom before. We even had a whole conversation. If we can talk to her again, maybe we can figure something out together.
Well, every tribe has their own Wyab. How do we know if the one you met is indeed the best? Plus, considering the unprecedented nature of this situation, I have a feeling that the acknowledgement of one Wyab alone would probably not... I don't know. That requires a level of knowledge that... We need to find a consultant who's an expert on all things Night Kingdom and Wyab. The first person who comes to mind is Lali at the Masters of the Nightwind. The one we...
Oh, we've heard that name before. We used her Spirit Speaker's Stone to find Kachina's ancient name. A person who can make something like that must be pretty impressive.
Still, she's older now and quite eccentric. It's hard to even book a meeting with her, given that she's constantly I've heard that to get her help, you have to be extremely patient with her and know how to keep her spirit.
I hate to break it to you, but...
Huh. Why is that? I mean, didn't she already help you before? And...
Well, yeah. At the cost of her Spirit Speaker Stone being split into two. Huh?
Great going, Mawika. We're already off to our Rockies. In that case, I guess your only option is to try to emphasize that this is an important order from the Pyro Archon. I'll also write you a letter on your behalf. If you can find someone to deliver it and mention some good things about you, then that should help too.
Oh! Let's ask Kanich to deliver the letter. He understands the whole situation. And Paimon sure hopes a Hal won't interrupt when he's talking, though.
All right, Kanich is a seasoned negotiator. I trust that he'll know the best things to say.
Great! Then I'll go contact him right now.
Please just give me a moment to write the letter, and we can meet up near the Statue of the Seven later.
Sounds good! We'll take a stroll in the meantime.